So this is going to be mainly about Saskatchewan, SINP, jobs, and things like that. Hello everyone, welcome to MALZ vlogs. I just came back from the office. You can see my bag is also here. I just parked my car there and then I just came and sat here outside my house because I received a lot of messages in Instagram as well as some comments in YouTube asking a lot of questions, and I thought it'll be better to do a video and tell you guys about it rather than I am responding to most of the comments, like majority of the comments, or I think all of the comments I have been responding, but I thought it'll be better to do a video so that it reaches a larger audience and even you get to know as of what are the major question people have, and if you have a similar question, you're going to get an answer for it right now. So let me take my small chit. So I was just making the chit to just make sure that I don't miss out. It's very windy in Regina now. I don't know what the reason is. It's supposed to be summer, but it has been weird. The summer, I can't call it summer anymore. It's like that. So I have got some questions, so maybe around 10 questions or something. These were the most asked questions. Okay, so I thought, why don't I do a Q&A, which I haven't done yet. So this is going to be mainly about Saskatchewan, SINP, jobs, and things like that. Okay, so if you are interested, stay tuned. So my first question, or the first question that many people asked were, is Saskatchewan a good place to settle? Like, they might be either coming from other provinces or they're coming from India. They want to know if Saskatchewan is a good place. So guys, even I had the same question, and most of the questions that I might be answering in this vlog might be there part of many other vlogs that I've done before. So you can also watch them, but then these are going to be specific question and answers. Okay, so is Saskatchewan good? So like what I would like to tell you is, like, don't keep a high expectation of how the place is going to be, especially if you're coming from a very developed city or a metropolitan city, to be specific. Then I think my selfie stick might fall. Then you might be a little disappointed because Saskatchewan is not like a huge province wherein you have like huge skylines and things like that. So you might be disappointed in that sense, but if you prepare your mind and then come here, and then it's not a very small town or a village kind of a setup. You have everything here, like you have all the shops, you have all facilities, and those kind of things. Obviously winter is harsh, winter driving and all those things are some things that you need to get accustomed to, but overall it's a nice place to come if you are a person who wants to like be on a much slower pace of life and not be in that rat race kind of a thing. Then yes, Saskatchewan is a good place to come. If you have specific questions, follow-up questions on this, please message below. Maybe I can do another Q&A regarding this. Okay, and the next question is, what are the minuses of Saskatchewan? Obviously, when I talk about the plus, I should also talk about the like the pros and cons. The cons of Saskatchewan: winter is one of the cons. So if you're coming to Saskatchewan, be prepared, very very prepared about the winter. It is not like winters in Ontario or maybe other places in Europe or wherever, where it only reaches around -10 or 15. Here the temperature goes down to -35 to -40. So be mindful about it. Don't underestimate the winter here. I know a lot of people even from other provinces who have come here who think, so okay, we can just put a couple of jackets, like wear a proper jacket and it should be fine. No, you should be layering. I will be doing a separate video on that later on, like when winter approaches. I'll be doing a video of how you can layer or how you can dress yourself and protect yourself from the winter here. That is one minus. Second minus, if you ask me, what do I say? You might not have all the shops or all the facilities that you get in bigger cities. So that can be one of the minuses. The minimum wage is less as compared to other provinces, but at the same time the cost of living is also less here. So these are some of the cons that I can think from the top of my mind. If you want to know anything again specific, please comment below. Then mainly people had questions about postgraduate work permit or SINP and those kind of things. So I'm going to go in a sequence. First I'm going to talk about the study or the postgraduate work permit. Okay, so many people have asked me, is Saskatchewan Polytechnic a good college? So that's the second question or third question. Saskatchewan Polytechnic is a good college, especially in Saskatchewan. So there is also University of Regina, there's University of Saskatchewan, and there might be other colleges, but Saskatchewan Polytechnic is very prominent in Saskatchewan. It is a DLI, that means Designated Learning Institute. It's accredited by the government, and there's a lot of funding from the government that Saskatchewan Polytechnic receives, due to which, you know, like when you say you're graduated from Saskatchewan Polytechnic, it has a value. It's not like how you think, okay, it's a polytechnic, you know, so how is it going to be? It's not like that. It is a very reputed college in Saskatchewan, and even I'm sure that people in other provinces know about it. So yes, it is a good college. I'm going to stay to the point in answer to your questions, because otherwise it's going to be very long. It's already 6 minutes. The next thing is about postgraduate work permit. So many people were asking me, you know, most of you know that if you do a 1-year course, you're going to get a 1-year postgraduate work permit. If you do a 2-year course, you're going to get a 3-year postgraduate work permit. So one major question people had is, when do you apply for a postgraduate work permit? Okay, so as soon as you finish your course, so let's take a 1-year course, that is a September intake. I'm going to take my example. I joined in September for my intake. I finished my course by April. Okay, so towards the end of April, you're done with your course, and you can apply. You have your convocation maybe by May 1st or 2nd week or something of that sort. By around that time, you will also get your course completion certificate. You can only apply for your postgraduate work permit after you get the physical copy of your postgraduate work permit. So I don't know whether there are deviations to it now. When I applied, that was the case. We had to wait till then and then apply. And also be mindful, which I've also told in one of my other video, you cannot work between this period, that is after you finish your course and before you get your course completion certificate. You're not legally allowed to work. Again, rules in Canada keeps changing, so I don't know whether there are changes to it. I'm talking about my scenario, which was 1 year back. You can always research about this and find out. Okay, so that's when you apply is after you get your course completion certificate, you can apply for your postgraduate work permit, and you can start working from then. So even if your postgraduate work permit is getting delayed, so our batch, a lot of things got delayed because of the backlash of COVID, right? So my postgraduate work permit came in September. Okay, so it is also a plus and a minus. You can keep working till September, and your postgraduate work permit will start from September till the next September. So literally you're getting an additional 4 to 5 months, right? Which is a good thing. So this is the postgraduate work permit part. Now many people ask me, when do we search for SINP jobs? Okay, or I will start telling you about SINP or SINP jobs. Most of you know what SINP is. It's Saskatchewan Immigration Nominee Program. It's a program, PNP program by the Saskatchewan government. There are several streams in it, wherein you can apply from outside Canada, you can apply from within Canada. Within Canada itself, you have several streams like high skilled, occupation in demand. Then there's also a high skilled stream, which is mainly for truck drivers, dispatchers, those kind of things. Then there is one for student stream who studied in Saskatchewan, and that stream is there. So there are several streams. So to understand more about this, log on to the Saskatchewan immigration portal. You get all the details there. It's not as equipped like, I have to hold on to my stand because of the wind. So it's not as equipped like the IRCC portal, but it has all the information. So please go through it, understand which stream do you qualify in, and then apply. So one thing I wanted to tell you is recently I did receive my invitation from Saskatchewan government, which I had to not accept, which I couldn't accept, in fact, which was the occupation in demand stream. So I got a nomination from that. So one fine day I opened my email and I got an email saying that you're nominated or something, the formal email kind of a thing. Then I logged on to my Saskatchewan portal and I checked, and I found that I got an invitation directly from the Saskatchewan government for occupation in demand for the job that I'm doing, right? But I couldn't apply because I had less fund. I didn't expect this thing to come up, and therefore I didn't keep enough fund. And even if I had an idea, I don't have that kind of fund, so I hadn't kept that kind of fund, so due to which I couldn't apply. But I was at ease because I knew my employer is applying on my behalf, and that will also be coming soon, right? So I didn't want to create a clash, so kept it aside. I was disappointed, yes, that I couldn't apply, but at the same time I had another option, which I'm glad and blessed about. So yeah, so always after you come to Canada, keep your IRCC, that is your express entry profile, active. Keep your SIMP profile active. Wherever you're applying and you think you might qualify, keep it active, because it's very important. You never know what kind of decisions the Canadian government is taking. All of a sudden they might come up with some kind of scheme for the students, or people who are in Canada, and those kind of things. So always keep both these profile active. You never know what comes up. So I also have one of my friend who got her express entry profile nominated a couple of weeks back, and she also got her nomination from Saskatchewan from her employer. So that's what, you never know how luck favors you, and from there everything comes together, right? When you wish it too hard, then everything comes together. And I'm telling you, like, most of my batchmates have started getting their letters, or have started their process for PR. So the ideal time, I would say, is you finish your course, then you work for almost like 8 to 9 months or 12 months in my case, and then your process will start slowly. That's how it happens. So give it 2 years after coming. I know I'm deviating from the topic, but I think this is relevant. That's why I'm telling you guys. So that is Saskatchewan nominee program. If you are a student in Saskatchewan, then you can apply under the student stream. That is, once you get an SINP job, then you can apply in student stream. Many people also ask me, what are the kind of SINP jobs that you can look for? So there are several companies who in Saskatchewan who hire students, or people who are here and who are willing to give a nomination for that particular candidate. Okay, so what happens there is, you work with the employer for a couple of months, and then they put your names, they nominate your name to the Saskatchewan government and tell that this is a person working with us and we want to nominate, provide them support for PR, and then you get a job approval letter. So which are these companies? There's no specific companies. I've seen that most of the trucking companies, they give SINP, but there are also a lot of fraud in that. Companies like Loblaw, then which others I can say? I've seen a lot of bigger companies. Tim Hortons is one of the major companies. Burger King. So Burger King and all, I don't know whether it is the franchisee owner or how it works. But Tim Hortons for sure, I know one of my friend who was working there for 2 years. He got promoted as a supervisor, and now he's getting his letter. So I know most of the food related chains, they get it. Trucking companies get it. Companies like Loblaw, manufacturing companies, maybe they also get it. So you can always log on to websites like SaskJobs, or the Job Bank of Saskatchewan, and then see which all companies are providing SINP. And even if you are getting an interview, or you are planning to attend an interview, you can ask your employer if they will provide you SINP support. And since you are looking for that, you should definitely ask your employer whether they will support, and opt for such jobs, because it's important. It is always easier if you get an employer who will support you for SINP. Okay, so jobs can be warehouse assistant, logistic assistant, dispatcher. So you should also look at hard to fill categories of jobs, which for which the process is much faster. Okay, if you want me to do a separate video on that, I can actually do a video. And then so these are some of the categories which are there. You too. Yeah. Yeah, so these are some of the categories which are there. Hard to fill. So have a look at the hard to fill categories in the Saskatchewan portal, and you will get to see that there are several categories like dispatcher or truckers or health employees. These are some of the job profiles that Saskatchewan government really needs. So if you are if you are part of that list, then your PR process will be much faster because they will process those applications faster. So have a look at that also. Okay. So these are the companies that might hire, some of them which I can think. A type of jobs also I have told you. Now also make sure that when you select a course, you select a course which is also relevant to this hard to fill categories or the categories of jobs that you might which might help getting you SINP. So when I was doing my research back in India, I came to know that supply chain is a very very sought after kind of a field in Canada, and that's the reason I had actually opted for supply chain management. So the same way, if you can find out what are the hard to fill categories or occupation in demand in Saskatchewan, and then look out for a course, that will also be helpful, but not all. It doesn't work always, but you can always check that out. So I told you how to look out for an SINP job. You can look at these websites. You can also work through references. That I got my job through a reference. So similarly, if you know somebody who's in a with an employer who provides SINP, you can check with them, and then see how it works for you. Another question was, what if your permit expires? That is, your postgraduate work permit expires while you are with the employer. Okay. For example, imagine I've joined with my employer and my permit is expiring in September, this coming September. What happens if I haven't got my job approval letter, or I haven't put my file for PR till then? In that case, you can always request your employer to extend the work permit under their name. Okay, this is what I've heard. I haven't personally done it. I've seen people do it. So if you think your permit is expiring and your open work permit, that is a postgraduate work permit, is expiring, you can always request your employer who's providing you SINP to renew the permit under their name in case your letter hasn't come. So this is one option. I've also messaged these people who have asked me in YouTube or Instagram. I've also told them about the same, but I'm just putting it in open in case for you guys, if it will be helpful. I don't know what it is. I think it's a wind. I'm feeling like really cold and I'm not able to put words into the place it has to be. I don't know what's happening to me. It's just a cold, and it's been like really cold a couple of days, so I'm not that person who can tolerate a lot of the winter or the cold. So my neighbors who stay with me in the same apartment, they're just walking by, so I might get a little conscious. But yeah, so that's that. Then what else is there? How will you look out?
Hi there.
Hey.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Are you recording something?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
I'll just get out of your face.
Take your time. Yeah, you too. Yeah, so that is that. Expires. So another question was, I also wanted to explain how different is the SINP process inland and from outside Canada. Okay, so from outside Canada, when you see there are some SINP portfolios, like where you can apply for occupation in demand, or directly apply in SINP portal, wherein they will just nominate and send you the invitation, right? However, once you reach Canada, you have several options. You can apply through the employer, you can apply through student stream, or through occupation stream, occupation in demand. Also, you can get qualified hard to fill category. So there are several options once you come to Saskatchewan. So these were mainly the questions. I don't know if it was useful for you guys, or you know, if it will be useful. But I thought I'll just do a video and tell you some of the answers to some of the questions that I felt might be important and might be useful to you. If you have similar questions, or if you want any specific answers, then please comment below on this video, and then I will be more than happy to assist you. Also, please like, share and subscribe this video. There are a lot of people who are coming to Saskatchewan who needs information. So if you think that this video or any of my previous videos will be helpful, I'll be more than happy if you share it with them. I'll be doing a lot of videos regarding SINP or Saskatchewan province, or things you know, related to Saskatchewan. So stay tuned, support my channel, help me grow my channel so that even I am motivated to make more videos. I am motivated these days because obviously I see a lot of people watching the videos, also subscribing to my channel, which is a very, very good thing. I'm very, very thankful to you guys. So that's it, guys. As usual, my video is 20 minutes. Sorry about that. Bye bye.